Hey, this is tbonekeaton,
I'm a Wolfgang.
and this is a commentary battle on Shogun 2. Just to see my deployment here, I have some Naginata attendants. I have one, two, three of them. Two sword attendants, two bocav, one mounted samurai hero, one katana samurai, one yari, or two katana samurais, two yari samurais, two katana samurais. Oh, never mind. Two Naginata warrior monks and two yari cav.
On my side, I basically have a line that's a mixture of veteran black bear and white bears. On the very right side is my Infante de Marine, and in the forest there I have four Yari Cav and two Carbine Cav. I also have a Spear Levy and Patriot Gun.
Right. So as you can see with my bocav, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get as many kills as I can with the bocav just to weaken them. And we have Wolfgang shooting his artillery, using the shrapnel shot to get as many kills as he can. As our opponents they have a lot of very, very highly upgraded infantry. Jix, he's got a lot of Vermilion bird forces that level 5. Blue has got a lot of carbine and shooter cav, a lot of revolver cavs and carbine.
And it's important to note out that Keaton is actually, or tbonekeaton is actually using the normal Shogun force instead of the Last Samurai, so he doesn't have any gunpowder troops.
Nope, that's why I'm trying to rely on my heavy bows. And as you can see, there's a big cavalry mass on the far left side. And
I'm sending over my cav at the moment to help out with that.
Right over here. So I'm trying to get my bocav to shoot as many of the Yarkees so we can take them out, which will give us a cav superiority, which is very, very critical for my kind of army. And as you can see, here comes green charging in his cav at my bows, which I am very slow. I'm trying to get them out, but I decided I'll just leave them there with the bows, take the charge from the Yarki while Awolf sends in his to hit them in the flank, while I send mine to try to take out these revolver cav here.
And I also, at the bottom there, I have my carbine cav ready to flank.
I'm trying to get some Nagana attendants also to help out. And I believe I got a Yari. Yep, there's a Yari samurai fighting a Yari key. And one big giant cavalry mess. Ooh. You can see I'm trying to kill all these revolver cav because shooter cav is very, very deadly for my kind of army, since they cause a lot more damage than the bows. And then you can see Awolfgang routed all of the Yariki that were fighting up here, and now we're trying to take out all these shooter cav. In the meantime, Green is setting up his line infantry while getting bombarded by the artillery. And there's me trying to gang up on these on these revolver cav. Still trying to get those car cav, but eventually they do get away. And this is when Jinx starts to turn around his line infantry to shoot my Yarikis. And right in the forest, he has some hidden units of Kyoto Police, some Black Bears, and some, I believe, Tosa Riflemen.
I'm doing my best to make sure I can get my carbine cav into position where they can shoot while still protecting them to keep their numbers up as long as possible. Here I'm also just trying to disrupt them as much as possible, kill off as many before we actually get into a real battle.
And this is where I started setting up my army. I should be doing it soon, where I set up my army to ready for battle against Green. We got Awolf's Pyramid Cav lining up ready to fire. So lots and lots of confusion.
Around this point, I'm going to be seeing about trying to get the cav back out.
Alright, so this is where I start bringing up my infantry. Oh, and I forgot to mention I had two bow warrior monks.
Around this time, my line should be starting to go into a flanking formation as they slowly back into the corner.
So in the meantime, both of us are trying to set up our armies while Awolf's Karman Cav continues to harass them. So now, as we prepare, I'm thinking of trying to figure out how am I going to be able to, if not beat, at least dwindle their numbers down, so that way Awolf has an easier time of winning. And there's more of the Karman Cav that got away from us.
I'm still trying to do as much damage to his higher up units as possible with that artillery.
So this is us continuing to form up our armies. I'm trying to get my bows so they can start firing on the Vermilion Bird Force before I use my Naginata tends to start attacking the front lines. See Max trying to concentrate on these Tosa riflemen to make sure, you know, to get down the numbers because he doesn't have any 150 range units.
I have one.
You have one? Oh yeah, the Tosa rifleman over there.
No, that's Infante. Oh, I do have Tosa too.
This is where I decided to send in my Nagata attendants and then all my swords. In the meanwhile, they're going to get shot to bits by all these Vermilion Bird Forces. And
see, my right flank is now starting to fire.
Trying to use the special ability of the Bowmonks, the can't remember the name, the whistling arrow, that's what it was, whistling arrows to lure their accuracy. But in the end, all my troops start to rout, and this is where I start to freak out. Because with all my units surrounding, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to take out enough units for Awolf to finish off. Then I decided to throw my leftover cav into the left flank, just to knock them out and eventually, or slow them down.
And during this time, I had brought in all my cav all the way to the right flank. There's going to be another cav battle here, but I don't have as many cav as he does, but I do have my carbine cav that's still alive.
Not to mention you have your spear levy here.
Yeah, and the spear levy.
So as you can see, a lot of my troops are routing back, so I'm frantically trying to get all of them back from routing and throw them back into the front lines. What they do is kind of smart. They set up a double line, so the first line would take the brunt of my attack, and then the second line would shoot through the openings and kill my men as they try to get through. All in all, I got my bows trying to fire on them while trying to bring back all of the routing units.
Here, I'm moving up to get a firing position on them. And someone forgot to turn off notifications.
We're starting to make a little bit of headway, but this big massive gunfire is just going to eventually overwhelm my troops.
The enemy's allies run like heathens from a preacher, sir.
I believe the cat fight's going to start soon over there. You can see Max trying to get a line to start tearing up the line infantry here. And over here we have the cav fight starting. This was a much needed skirmish, because if once we beat these carbon cav, then we have cav superiority over the rest of the, or cav superiority over the
And not only
map.
that, even though I could have lost on this one, on this cat fight is still distracting him from the main battle. So my line is still destroying his force, so that way, even if I lost this, I would have enough forces to then go back and defend.
Eventually, Airwolf will win this fight and take out his general. As for me, I am down with 2 bows and a Nagana attendant with my general. So I'm frantically trying to get as many kills as I can before he eventually wipes them out. So I'm trying to throw in my Nagana attendants into the line. All the while, Airwolf is trashing Britannia's line infantry, which would eventually, he would wrap around and wipe out Blue's army. Oh, here we go. Looks like this general's trying to charge into these Tosa riflemen.
Cowards! Your allies are running!
What I did there is I set up my Tosas to block the cav that were coming in, and then I had another white bear now setting up behind them to fire as their general was stuck there because of my Tosas.
So my army is entirely wiped out. Trying to point as much bow fire as I can while Max sets up his line infantry to target the rest or the remnants of both armies. And I start to get a little bit desperate, try to slow him down, so I throw in my general into these spears. Probably not the best idea. At the moment, I'm just trying to slow them all down.
At this point, I have the cav battle done, so I'm bringing my cav back to the right flank and see if I can get them behind as the other forces advance into me.
So my entire army has just been wiped out, but I was able to kill enough of them so they don't pose as too much as a threat as they could have been. You can see Airwolf trying to set up his line to face off at the remnants of the both armies.
At this point, we've basically won. We have both cav and line superiority, and it's just a matter of now just wiping them out.
Victory is assured, sir!
I believe on the right, that's my artillery unit that was out of ammo. So that was that battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I'm Wolfgang.
tbonekeaton. And we'll bring you another episode as soon as we can. What's in the middle? Is that an iron block? Come on, you have knockback. Knock him. Knock him into the lava.
Oh! 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 No! 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 Electrified
Woo!
creeper. No!
Oh,
Go
oh.
away! Go away!
Have fun!